Hello guys and welcome to episode 34, my Ymir playthrough series. And guys, I want to start off by saying, I have never got this far in Ymir. The furthest I ever got was the absolute start of the Iron Age. And by absolute start, I mean I just got the Iron Age working tech appearing in my available projects. I hadn't even researched it, I just had it appearing. But because I didn't actually have any iron ore, I couldn't research it. So this is, we're now, I said, this is the furthest I've ever got, but we're also way far ahead than we were in our series 1 of Ymir, because on that series, I think the server ended at the very, very late Bronze Age, I must add, very late Bronze Age. But I don't remember iron ever being announced or anyone ever getting, and I certainly didn't have iron. So yeah, so it's been 48 hours since the last episode. Been a bit busy, and I also thought I'd leave it as well. And so in that time, well, let's just start with a few things. 34,000 coins. Guys, even with 180 coin projects, I'm getting 800 coins. You can see my territory upkeep is 430 as well. My wages have gone up because I'm paying, this is a little thing, I'm paying more government salaries, gone from 0.1 to 0.5. And I've also upped the amount of government workers. So all my costs are going up and up and up and up. But you can see taxes and trade balance have gone up. Only slightly, but I'm still earning just a ridiculous amount of money. 34,000 coins is a joke. And when we look at shovels, the shovel price is 29 coins. And I've just been buying some at 26. I bought 50 at 26. 26 is 4 coins cheaper than it costs us to even make one, let alone the opportunity cost of having to have the worker, having to produce our own bronze. With all that considered, it's a massive loss if we decided to make our own shovel. So what have I done? Well, see, I've got 4 SID points because literally, you can see about 10 minutes ago, my civilization revocation came through. So that was from shovels, getting rid of our 1 SID point shovels. And then I've also just accumulated 2 SID points because look at that, 671 culture generation for every, 4 hours. So that's really, really high, so we're getting a nice amount of SID points in. I've also got another revocation coming through, copper ore, because, well, I'll quickly go to Castell and show you what I'm talking about. Come to Castell, we can see here 114 in stock, but wait, plus 59 copper. So, firstly, I actually finally got round. I don't know why it took me so long, I just sort of forgot about it, but I built mining shafts on the copper ore here in Humid. That's taken it from about, I think that was 8 copper ore coming in to 24. So by building simply just 5 mining shafts, I've tripled the amount of copper ore we generate. But because I've also ended all my bronze production, all my copper ingot production, we literally are just getting the copper ore. So copper ore used to be one where, while I made good profits on it, because I used to sell it for about 4.5 coins, and I only bought it for 2.7, I didn't really generate very much. Especially for 6 workers. I think it was for 6 workers I generate like 2 copper ore. Oh, now I've got the same amount of workers. Well, actually, in fact, that's with a deleted worker in Humid. I'll get onto that in a second. But I'm getting 59 in. And so I'm selling it. You can see the prices. Free trader, free trader, free trader, free trader. That's really high prices still. So I've driven the free trader price all the way down to 3.5 from like 4.6. Because you can see here that I've set a sell order. So that whenever we hit 120, and that we haven't, sold these ones, it's going to then sell to 2.8. And 2.8 is the lowest we can go without making a loss because we buy our stuff in for 2.7. But with the SID point being revoked in 2 days, our price of copper will go up and the amount we'll get will slightly decrease. But do you know what? It won't matter too much because then the free trader price will go up. So it all balances out. We'll still lose probably like a 25% on our copper ore sales, but again, we produce so much, we have so much money, it doesn't really matter. It's just a side income, which is proving to be quite nice. So that is the copper ore and iron. Wow, we were 2 days, and I've got 210 saws, 145 saws. Yep, I'm the man. Saws I've been stocking up, and to be honest, yeah, we've got some boulders here for 30 coins, so I could make a 10 coin profit because it cost me 20 coins to make them. But saws actually quite redundant at the moment. There's very, very few buildings they can be used on at the moment. And then the ones that can be used on, almost all of them require either plaster or paper. So the library level 4 is paper, the theatre is plaster, upgraded scribes, plaster. The two that come to mind. There were a couple more. The only one that I've been able to build are the Tannery level 4s and the Ministry building. So, Ministry building, we've got it. And because of that, I'm generating, I think, another 22 government points, or whatever it's called. So you can see my state power is through the roof now. Loyalty, through the roof. We're up to 74 loyalty, and that is without my my brutes. So if I put my brutes on, I'd go up to 100 loyalty in my capital with no army. It's only militia. And remember, the militia actually reduce your loyalty. So yeah, things are amazing. Rocktown went up to 77 as well without any brutes. Things going up. Well, I think Rocktown has some brutes actually. Never mind. It's going brilliantly. And if we look here in our ministry, so we've got 4 or 5 more, capital oligarchs. But we've got the expansion point. Haven't got regional administration yet because New Hope is still pretty small, and I don't have anything for it at the moment. See, I've got 45 jobless. I haven't actually improved the food situation, so I was at 65%. So we'll probably see here massive demand. Yeah, 14 demand. I need to create a few more jobs. I did say in the last episode I wanted to go into wheat, and that is what I was going to plan to do. Actually, look at this. Complete crash of the chickpea. Like, genuinely, like, you can drag it down how far it's gone. And the lettuce, when I last checked, the lettuce recovered a little bit. There isn't actually as many sales as there used to be on, supply orders. When you've got a drag worth of sale orders, you know there's just tons of supply. Like, for example, if we look at leather cloves, you can clearly see there's a lot of leather cloves. Same with meat. Meat is not, but you're still selling for 100. But chickpeas is properly crashed. So my thought is, what's the point of spending all my civ points on wheat to literally make the same profits that I could have made by just selling more chickpeas? It's something I already have 5 civ points in, and then I can spend the civ points on something else. Because it uses the same farmland, it's not like it's a different industry. It's making me think, what can I spend the civ points on? I could get some more consumptions, but there really isn't very much more to get. I don't think in the last episode I had fish. Or did I have? I can't remember. I may have explained this before, so I'll keep it brief. But I finally got someone to give me the fish tech. With that, I've now got up to level 3 fisheries. And I've got 1 fishery in Mount Bacon as one of the countryside buildings. I've got 1 fishery in Castell. All of that produces me 7.4 fish, 7 of which I supply. And the rest I'm going to sell to Rocktown, because Rocktown buys in fish. But if I sell a tiny bit to myself, it at least saves me a tiny bit of money. In terms of ore here in Rocktown, look at this. 8.4 extra iron ore. Really do need to get some more smelting going. Wood is still a major issue. That's the only thing holding me back, because clay has sorted itself out now. Which is why, and again, something I'll come to, but I've been able to produce a lot of my own bricks. 10 bricks here, 5 bricks here, or 10 bricks here actually, never mind. Getting 20 bricks per tick. You can see I've got a massive stock. So actually, no, sorry, I haven't upgraded my house in Rocktown. I just didn't get around to it. You can see, that's why. You see here, these buildings are still the level 2 animated buildings, whereas in New Hope and Castell, they've got the updated models to reflect the fact that I've got the majority of my houses at level 3. So Castell completely upgraded. So sorry, not completely. I think there's about 30 level 2 large houses. I'm just not going to upgrade them. I've got the shovels and the bricks and the planks. It's just, I think it's a little bit inefficient until I've got, most of Rocktown upgraded and all of that. So Rocktown, I can fully upgrade really, because 285 bricks plus the 86 here. I've got all the bricks I need. Planks, now I've got 230 tons here, so I can upgrade all the houses. Actually, I'll do that this episode. And then leather clove situation. We're really struggling just because we all have so many leather cloves. I'm still making good sales on it, but the main point is the amount of wealth it generates. Remember, that wealth up here is why my score is so good and why my people are so rich, because of the monetary unit value and because obviously the oligarchs get a portion, 25% of the wealth. So even though I'm not making very much profit on them and they're just stocking up, it's not an issue at all. They're generating me so much wealth and money in other ways. That's the good thing, but it's not just a direct profit. And you know what? Again, 34,000 coins. Profit isn't my most important factor at the moment. So looking at some of the final things, we can see here, silver, we've now got almost a stock of 100 silver, doing really good on that front. Shame we couldn't find any gold, but silver is still amazing to have. Finally, you can see here the Carrier Nation, which was already leagues and leagues ahead. It's now at 54,000 score, because they absorbed Altara as well. So I'm actually the only neighbour. Well, this guy's got wiped out, and got guarded over here, who's very distant and still quite far behind. So I'm the only neighbour who actually isn't in their nation. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, things are going really good. So with this extra civ point, I'm going to upgrade New Hope from a hamlet to a village. So I haven't actually built the community hall yet, so I can do that in this episode. I am going to try and increase. Oh, again, this is with the problem with the wood, isn't it? As I was saying, I want to try and increase the iron production, because then you can get even more saws. And then I haven't seen anyone sell saws in the market. Because to be honest, I got Iron Age pretty nicely, pretty early. I wasn't obviously the first to get it, and I definitely wasn't like one of the the quickest, but probably maybe the 5th or 6th player to get it and fully research it. So I could sell saws for a high price, but again, I don't really care. I've got so much money. What am I going to do with the money? What's the point of having I could have 1 billion coins here, but there's nothing. I'm not going to spend it on anything. It's just going to actually bring down my yeah, you see, I'm actually getting 5.5% inflation now. Again, it's very trivial the amount of wealth it's affecting, but it still has a negative effect. Anyway, 2 things we can do in this episode. I can upgrade all my houses in Rocktown. I can upgrade my houses or build new houses in New Hope, get some more farms, upgrade it to a village to get some more countryside, to get more farming done. I've got a few farms which I need to upgrade. Not upgrade, but I've got a few farms that are maybe 10% under. I just didn't fully fill them out before, I forgot. So I can do that in this episode. I can also upgrade using some of my saws, upgrade the tanneries in Rocktown. I upgraded all of them in Castell. And actually, I need it. Look, now I've got myself so many more jobs. So actually, let's talk about that. So, I have a lot of excess people. I did have a lot of excess people. Because obviously my people were growing. I was supplying a little bit more food on the markets. And I then also upgraded all my tanneries. And they look really cool. I've never seen this tannery model before, because I've never actually built them before. But they look really nice and smart. So I managed to get rid of 4 tanneries and then still make around the same amount of leather clothes. Actually, saying that, I am actually making less, because you can see I'm getting plus 15 leather. So I am making less. Well, maybe not, because I remember making around this. Maybe it was about 156. But either way, these tanneries make 5.9 leather instead of 5 leather. So each one technically makes around 1 extra leather. What I was thinking is, of all these extra jobs, what can I do? So I thought, well, I can get a school. So I've got another school, because my school service is a little bit down. Got some new doctors. But actually, I was like, the towers, I've had these primitive towers for ages. I just haven't been using them. And I know they're not the greatest. I knew they gave guarding. I forgot they gave you a bit of wealth, though. To be honest, I thought they were going to give you, like, 0 wealth. Because some buildings actually do give you 0 wealth. Like, again, I know no one works in them, but the forums give you 0 wealth. So yeah, I actually upgraded my forums here, just to save a bit of space. Oh, I'll get some of them then. And I knew that you are limited, so as a town, we can get a max of 12. But I built 12, and do you know what? I'm really impressed with them. Because, assuming my people would be jobless, remember, I generally had no job. I was like, assuming my people would be jobless, they produce no wealth, they earn no money, so they're basically just worthless. But now, each of these produces 1.6, is it? 1.4 guarding, and each guarding is worth 1 authority. So that is one of the reasons why my loyalty is so high, because if we look here, authority services, we're getting plus 9.8. See, 9.8. Guarding. So each of them is generating 4.2 wealth. Give you a bit of loyalty. If we get attacked, the guard towers, they do very marginal damage, but they still take shots off of the enemy. They still take archer shots, or if the enemy infantry come in, the infantry will try and attack them. It just like holds up the enemy a little bit more, and they might get 1 or 2 kills from them. And then it provides a salary, because that's why my government salaries are going to them, because the government workers, you see guards, they're getting 0.5 monies of income from a government salary. So it just gives a slightly higher income, which means they can afford more goods, which means they get more health, more life quality, which means my people get happier, get more cultural growth. So I was like, that's a good little job. And now actually, I am actually out of jobs, so this growth is needed. Well, actually, we're losing people. I have no idea why. I actually have no idea why. Maybe supply some more beer. Try that. That always helps. But one thing I actually also got is these level 3 merchants. I think they're pretty trash, actually. You only get a 5 upgrade. Yeah, they're quite They're not expensive, it's just saws, textiles and planks, but you only get a 5 upgrade. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that useful. And even if I upgraded all my markets, I'd probably only save like 2 or 3 jobs due to the allocations of like what I've got. So yeah, I'm not really that interested in upgrading them just yet. Could upgrade them in the future when I've used, got all my saws, using other important things. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to do these saws now, but now not that interested. So that's that. Ministry building over here, looking very, very nice. Got a small little government sector going on here. 10 workers though, losing 35 governance. A little bit of wealth, only 3 wealth per worker. So not great. You can see my guard towers here actually produce 4.2 wealth per worker. But yeah, I'm happy with my situation here in Castel. I've got all my iron industry. Look at this. I've got 7 workshops, 1 producing the silver, and all the rest purely producing iron. So what's interesting about iron is actually cheaper than bronze, and much easier to make than bronze, obviously, because you just need iron. It does use a lot of charcoal though. It uses 2 charcoal for every 1 iron ore. Whereas before, I think it was the other way around, it used 1 charcoal for every 2 copper ore, or 1.5 copper ore, or something like that. So it is a lot more charcoal. So a lot more wood intensive, but much similar to make. And we can see here, iron only costs 12.5, bronze costs 18.1, copper costs 9.1. So copper's the cheapest, then iron, then tin, then bronze. Do I have any tin? Where is it? Tin is just a little bit more expensive, and then bronze is the most expensive. So bronze is actually a tough one, and that's why shovels can be really, really expensive. And because you've also got price inflation now, but even then, saws will probably still be cheaper. So, like I said before, I could mass produce saws. I've already got 1 sieve point in them. You can see here, got the 1 point in them, but I don't think I'll go any more than that. That was just simply because I had some spare and wanted to get some pumped out, but I think I'll leave it for now. So I've got 4 sieve points to play around with. And Castel is pretty much done. You see all the apart from these large houses here and some here, I don't need more houses. I've got plenty of jobs for people. The town's average life quality is amazing. I can't really give any more food, because I lose out on quite a lot of profit. Actually, look at this for turnips. My goodness. Wow, 16 price arbitrage. Right, let's up the turnip amount. That's pretty crazy. I'll up it to 9. Yeah, 16.2 for only +5, which is insane. So you can see there, look. Well, I'm not sure that's fully updated yet, but it's going from 18 to 7.9. Yeah, I've gone up by 2. It's just insane. Okay, yeah. Wow, that was just pretty crazy there. Right away. Let's go out of Castel and let's start upgrading some of our other places. Okay. Tragedy has struck. Rocktown, you see we've used up all our space. Again, I haven't really been that active over the last day or so. At least in Rocktown, I've already been covering Castel. So we can see we've run out of space. That is not great. I hate that. It's my pet peeve, is running out of bloody space, because you just lose out on so much stuff. Like, let's say, for example, you're importing beer and it's constantly deleting. Well, then you're constantly having to buy more in. It's just constantly deleting. If you're producing tools, you'll miss out on the tools. It's just really frustrating. So I should be getting more warehouses. I'm going to get some of them just for support. The reason I want to get more warehouses is because I was going to potentially save the space for a move. But you know what? Let's just get it out. I said I wanted this place to look amazing, but we went out to have a little bit of our room deleted here. So forget that. Get a warehouse in. Waste. There is still no waste here. We're having our waste extraction services just be so strong. And then officials corruption as well is really, really good. But Rocktown, we can see mostly level 2 houses here. So I've got my 2 brickworks. I've got my upgraded tool makers, because they're actually the only ones that can make saws. And also they're just really good to have. So all of them, making loads of hose. You can see we've got loads of hose here. And we've got some sales orders pre-planned, but not hitting them just yet. So what I'm going to do off camera is upgrade as many houses as I can with the planks, bricks, and shovels we've got. Yeah, the price of 26 is so... I still can't believe it's just that cheap. Anyway, we'll get them upgraded, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, guys, so you can see here, I upgraded a massive chunk of my town to the level 3 houses. I've run out of bricks. I did just quickly spend, like, what is that? 500, 600 coins on 700 coins on planks just because I can. I'm so rich, you know. When you got all this cash, what are you gonna do with it? So yeah, I bought some planks. I need more bricks. There is none on the market, but because we're producing 10 per tick, I thought I'm happy to wait. By the time these are all built, our population will still be growing anyway. Actually, like right now, it's already growing. I'm not sure if that's because the game's predicting already that they're going to be upgraded and already increase the health and life quality, or if because we've done something else and it's now growing. I don't know, but the builders are definitely being stressed with all this new building work. But once we've got them, we can then see our population go up a lot. And again, I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did in Castel. Yeah, my little primitive. They're military, aren't they? Primitive towers. Because they cost very little. They are 1 admin and 1 coin. So the coin plus the government salaries of 0.5 does mean it's 1.5 coins per primitive tower and 1 admin point. But the loyalty they give you, the little defensive bonus, all of that, I do think it is worth it. And it gives you more wealth generation. Because again, you've got to remember that... Oh, I've actually run out of javelins. But you've got to remember that I want to go my place as big as possible. So let's actually just let's get a nice amount here. Let's just get 100. And we'll get 80. I don't actually need that many. But the thing is, we're going to grow massively. So if you look at stuff like the flint workers... Oh, actually, that's a crap flint worker. Right, get rid of them. They only produce... Oh, they produce 4.2 per worker as well. The mud workers don't know. The mud workers produce very little. They produce... about 2 point something per worker, so it's a decent bit of wealth. Get the loyalty in, you get the little bit of defense. It's better again than just having jobless sitting around. Because I actually have been here in New Hope, just jobless sitting around. So any sort of jobs that at least do something is worth it. So I'll get a couple of these in. I'm just putting them on the outskirts of my town. Quite hard to predict how far I'll grow, which is why I'm a little bit unsure, but I just want them, like some here in my area. In my area here as well is important. Oh, brilliant! Because we're at a village, we can't actually get 12. We can only get 9, 8 or 9, 8. Okay, so yeah, so that's our 8 done. So we've got that. We have got a house that's been upgraded. Let's look at the food situation here. We need more. Chicken. More chickpeas, more lettuce. We're actually already at the max. Try 23, yeah, 15 plus 8, 23. So let's upgrade this guy. Got a merchant. And then where's the lettuce being sold? Okay, so lettuce is actually the same. I'm gonna upgrade that merchant as well for the lettuce. Carrots. You can see the price arbitrage is absolutely fine. So the price of carrots I'm happy with. Potatoes is fine. This is way below the supply and demand. Wheat, they're starting to match. So I'm not going to, but it might be if you needed a little bit more life quality or growth, you could start to up this slightly. Bread, we can see, yeah, brilliant. Apples, oh, brilliant. Because what I'm trying to do is maximize supply and demand. You get price arbitrage low as possible, because price arbitrage is basically where the game's telling me that it's driving down my prices just because other people are way lower than me. Turnips are all fine. So yeah, everything's all fine here. Where you're actually seeing 0, you might actually think about decreasing supply a little bit, so you can drive price up even more, but it's about hitting that balance, and I actually think the 2 here would be better than 1 sold at a mega price, so I'm happy with that. I'll get the more food coming in. And yeah, I think that is Rocktown done, apart from the tanneries. Let's get upgrading their planks. So stone, we've got just an infinite amount. Saws, we've got absolutely tons. So let's get all of these tanneries upgraded. Actually free up some jobs, because here in Rocktown, oh, they're all pretty crap jobs, I can't lie. And when this is saying here we've got 394 jobs, it's also including all these crap unprofitable jobs. It doesn't necessarily mean we've actually got good jobs, but I still want, to free up some jobs, because if we're getting those new powers, if we're going to get some, some more scribes, and also, I just want to use up my saws now, because look, we're running out of storage space, so we might as well use them up. Maybe I'm going to run out of planks, though. You already have, so they're in for 4 coins. And some more, there we go. Yeah, we'll get the last of these tanneries graded, because remember they do produce more more leather clothes than the previous one. Obviously, that's how it works. So I don't want to build. I think I'll get all of this will probably equal. I'm deleting one there. I'm going to get these two deleted. So we probably do produce more leather clothes than. Well, if you do the maths, it's just under 1 for each. So we're getting 8 here extra, another 8 here. That's 16, and then we're getting 7 here. So that's 23. Then we're only losing 5, so we are actually producing more leather clothes than when we left off, but I've got a surplus of leather in Castell. Castell funds my leather here, so we buy it all from Castell. Not in an internal order, it's just because Castell's always the lowest seller. So we buy it in from Castell, and leather clothes, yeah, we're stocking up tons, remember, producing me more wealth, and because I'm getting more storage space here, which should be done when our builders are done with all our houses, I can just store the leather clothes and get at least then a bit of wealth out of them as well, so it's not a major issue. I'm happy to get a bit more leather clothes in. But yeah, that is Rocktown done. What you can actually see is even though they haven't finished building yet, the game's registered that now our place is majority house level 3. So it's actually also upgraded the symbol there. So we've now got all our towns that's having the symbol of level 3 houses. So we do actually stand out on the map, because even the best players in the game haven't got all 3 of their places all upgraded. So you can see we are actually doing very, very good on that front. But let's finally, before I end the video, go to New Hope and let's see if we need any new houses. Let's increase the food that's being sold, and try and find some new jobs. I think maybe one more farm job, because again we want to sell that chickpeas. I really can't think of anything else that we could do to get used up there. 45 unemployed jobless. Okay, so looking at the farming situation here in New Hope, I don't think we could fit any new farms in anyway. We've got a big spot here. Maybe get some farms in there. But that's about it. We don't have enough for one level 3 farm, so I can't really get any more farms. In our situation, we've got a lot of unhoused people. So I do want to grow the place, but it's like, what do we do with all the jobs? And having just unemployed jobs people is really, really bad. Because they can't fulfill their needs, it massively brings down your average life quality. They're not buying anything from your traders anyway, because if we look, apart from our most supplied goods, like meat, well, you can still see even with meat, that there's ideally needed. So we're not even like being able to sell all the meat. Same with all the food, we've got 2 missing from the ideally needed. Pottery, same, look at that massive discrepancy there. So these jobless aren't buying our goods in, they're not pushing up the prices. They've got terrible life quality, so they're bringing down our average life quality, which brings down our... you can see that, look over that, 712, that's amazing. But, so these jobless are useless, really. So by just getting more people, we're just really harming ourselves. See, like I said, even with the primitive towers, where it's still a crappy job, but they're at least giving us something useful, the loyalty. And for it, they generate a bit of wealth, so our MUV goes up, we get a bit more score. And finally, they get a bit better salary, so they can slightly buy more things. But looking at what can we do? Well, we can get a government community hall, which needs 30 wood. So I hope there is at least some wood on the market, even if it's really expensive. I'll buy it in. There isn't. Right, let's buy in 30 wood. And I'll just say 2.5 coins, so at least we overcut everyone. There'll be some wood coming in. So once we get that, I can get the community hall another day. Wash houses is one I can get, but wash houses doesn't create any wealth, it purely creates growth. So I'd rather focus on other things at the moment. Doctors is something we need more of, but we don't have any wood, so we can't actually get any doctors. So I think we're sort of it. We've already produced almost all our school. I got a justice building for the conflict reduction and the culture increase. That's doing good. I will get some more houses, because even though, again, like I said, it's not really doing anything at the moment. Growth takes 24 hours, so by getting these houses in now, in 24 hours, hopefully I'll have a little bit more for them to do, and so at least then by then I've saved a bit of time. Can't really think of anything in 24 hours I can have these people do anyway. I'm sure I'll find something. Okay, so that's all the new houses built with all the bricks we've got. We have actually run out. I'm going to buy in some planks at 4 coins. Let's just say buy 100 at 4, because I think that's a fair price for the planks. Then shovels, I'm going to say I'm going to buy 80 at 26. 2,000 coins, but we will need them for our houses. Even though we've got some spare in our other cities, I might as well just have some shovels stocked up in the future ready. So we'll have these ones just to upgrade our houses. And then finally bricks. And we're producing some in our other cities, but I might as well get some. So I'm going to say let's buy 120 for 8.1. Let's be nasty. It'll probably just overcut us again, but there we go. So that is everything ready to get some more houses in the future. The final thing I can do, I could create some jobs. We don't have any wood though, so I can't actually build the primitive. I think they take wood. Yeah, so we can't actually build them anyway. We are getting tools in, so you got loads and loads of hammers. Yeah, I can't any more tool makers, and we're literally just gonna have all our stocks filled with all the crap. So yeah, I think the last thing I'll do is just provide more food, because that way at least we're gonna make more money. So yeah, with meat, I'm gonna send it up to 10. Chickpeas up to 14. I'll set it up to 15 because we need to reach 14. As the city grows, it'll go up to 15 anyway. So go up to 15. Go up to 15. Leather cloves go up to 11. And then pottery. Pottery price is 2.9. But as we buy it in for 2.5, I'm actually going to leave it around that because too much lower. Well, actually, no, you can see price arbitrage is so much higher than supply and demand. So I'll up it by 1, but too much higher, and we won't make a profit. So that's all the goods we're currently selling. Is there any goods that are cheap on the market at the moment that I can buy in? Maybe sell 1 or 2. Bread, there's quite a lot of bread. Turnips, there's some turnips at 3.8. No, I'm going to leave it for now. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. Oh, but I need just to find something for these 4 sip points. And I can't just go into bread because I just can't buy enough wheat to make the bread. So I need to go into bread and wheat, which is why I'm now just like, I don't know about wheat because I want to make more chickpeas. Oh, how hard life is playing Ymir. Nah, all jokes aside, I'm really, really happy with our progress. This episode has been actually a pretty long one, even though nothing too major has happened. The only thing major was getting ministry to then get the extra expansion point, but we can't even use it yet without the wood. So I'm going to end the episode there, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave it a like. If you're enjoying this series and we're on, what is this, episode 35 or something like that, then oh my goodness, please subscribe. It really does help. Apart from that, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.